I'm one of the good ones. I prosecute bad ones so they're held accountable.
We're really doing the residents here a favor with our carbon capture.
Whose idea was that?
Relax, kid. Mandy's a catch, a good Irish Catholic.
It's $12.85.
$12.85, get out of here.
I'm sorry.
Give me the cigarettes, you stupid bitch.
Gang unit's got a guy in deep with the Bloods. Says even they were surprised by this.
Half price on all masks.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next guest is a multifaceted talent whose journey from the ice rinks of Brown University to the stages and screens of Hollywood exemplifies dedication and versatility. After a knee injury redirected his path from college hockey, he immersed himself in the world of acting, training under the legendary Sanford Miser, with a career spanning notable appearances in television series like The Law and Order SVU, FBI, and Blue Bloods, as well as films such as The Purge, Election Year. He has consistently showcased his dynamic range. Beyond the spotlight, he enriches lives as a yoga instructor and hockey coach, embodying commitment to both disciplines. Please join me in welcoming the ever-inspiring Tom Paolino. Tom, welcome.
Well, that has to be the best introduction I've ever had in my life. Thank you very much, Dave. That was great.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
How are you?
Excellent, excellent. Just got back from Buffalo. We shot 9 days and we had the time of our lives. I got back to New York City where I live on Thursday night.
Wow. So I'm in New Zealand. So right here, it's Sunday morning. So you're Saturday night in New York City.
Correct. I was wondering what that backdrop was. Is that New Zealand? Is that?
No. This is New York.
That's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, that's the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's Saturday night like in New York City?
Oh man, I'm having such a good night. I'm chilling at home with my cat. I went grocery shopping. I've been crunching numbers and just relaxing. It's been such a whirlwind, and tonight is actually the first night where I'm just like relaxing.
Love it. So let's talk a bit about your journey. So you've got a fascinating but familiar journey for a lot of people in the States. You started going down one path with the sports and the hockey, and then you had to redirect. So what was that? What happened there?
Yeah, well, everything happens for the best, Dave. That's my feeling. And I was playing hockey against Northeastern. Charlie Forsilius, I still remember his name, took me out, and that was pretty much the end. It was fortuitous though, because I found acting, and although I didn't go to Brown to be an actor, they had a tremendous, and still do, theater program. So I immediately pivoted, and that's a big hallmark of my journey, is the willingness to pivot and course correct.
But it wasn't new to you, because your mother used to do a lot of theater work, I believe.
Well, you're good, man. You are good. My mother worked at the Trinity Repertory Theater, which won a Tony Award for Best Repertory Theater in the nation, and I think it was I want to say 1980, under the direction of Adrian Hall, the great Adrian Hall, artistic director there. She was in the public relations department, but they would send my mom to audition from time to time if the repertory actors weren't available. And the first plays I ever saw were at Trinity Rep.
Wow. So was there a little Tom sat watching his mother and just being inspired by what she was doing, or?
Well, my mother was always very dramatic, and still is at 83 years old. I remember going to an audition for the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus, booking that at 6 years old, and it just runs in our family. Even the men in my dad's side of the family are passionate. We're Italian, so it runs in our blood.
Understandably. So she's obviously seeing what you're doing now. Is she a proud mother to see that you've grown into that world?
I think she's pretty fired up, Dave. I think she has a pretty good idea of what a accomplishment it is to raise money and shoot a feature film. I raised that money myself, and she's been watching it all along. Yeah.
Has she ever acted with you? Have you ever brought her in?
It's funny. I had her audition for a part in one of the good ones, and she was absolutely brilliant. But at 83 years old, my aunt and I thought it would be better to not ship her off to Buffalo. You know, she's good in Rhode Island, and I think it all worked out perfectly. We ended up with the right person in that part.
How on earth did you give your mother that message, Tom? How on earth did you let her down to say,
Well,
I'm sorry?
well, it's a fringe benefit of early dementia, actually, Dave, because I don't think he remembers.
So a key question I've got, are you holding out for Mighty Ducks 4? Because I'm thinking about it with your hockey background and your acting. I mean, this is a match made in heaven.
I love the game of hockey. I went and saw the Rangers play the Bruins not too long ago. I was on the ice this morning coaching at the World Ice Arena here in Queens. And I love the game. I would love to be in a hockey movie. It's actually a dream of mine to be a coach in a hockey movie because I coach now and I love it.
Well, Emilio's not going to do it anymore, so you'd be perfect.
No, I'll take his place, man.
So, your Italian grandmother, she
Yeah.
was always your backer and your biggest supporter. I can very much relate to that in my family because my grandmother was the key supporter I had in my ring. So, has she seen your accomplishments? Did she get to see the push that she gave you to be able to watch you grow?
You know, it's funny. My grandmother passed away in 2004, but I feel her presence every day, and I'm absolutely certain that she knows what's going on. I really am. My grandmother had a great vision and was a woman of beauty and truth. That's what Enos Garganese was her name, and she beautified everything. She had a beauty parlor. She would pick up trash off the sidewalk, beautify the sidewalk, and she didn't talk much, but when she did, she had thought about it, and it was the truth. So she was a great purveyor of beauty and truth.
And being an Italian grandmother, what was her best dish? Are we talking meatballs or like?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. She had many of them, but the meatballs were the best. And to this day, we come close, but there was something about those meatballs. I mean, I can taste them as I'm talking about them. That was very special.
Did she give you the recipe? That's the key thing.
She did. She passed it on, but she made, like I said, she was really an artist. So part of her artistry was cooking, and there's just no way to recreate an artist's signature.
Yeah, I'm with you. So, as well as doing the acting and the yoga instructing and the producing, you have also done math teaching as well, I believe. You are a
Yeah.
stand-in teacher.
It's funny because I'm not a particularly gifted math person, but I can definitely teach Algebra 1, and I love kids. And yes, I was in a school in Harlem. A teacher quit in the middle of the year, and I took over that classroom of middle schoolers in Harlem, and we had a terrific time. Actually, a wonderful experience. Those kids were great.
Did they look at you knowing your background? Were they aware that you were obviously in all of these TV shows and movies?
Well, it's funny. They've all seen The Purge, so when I feel like I'm needing to pull a card and win their admiration, I tell them that I was in some stuff, and then I show them my demo reel, and after that, it's all downhill.
I love the purge. I really want to understand, how do you prepare for a role of axe-headed man? Like what goes into that?
That particular part was designed right before the purge is activated. So, if you're not familiar, the purge is a fictional tale about a society wherein for 24 hours there's no police department, no fire, can't call 911, and it kicks in at 7 p.m. And so my character owned a mask shop, and the way they wrote it, it was like 6:55 p.m., 5 minutes before the purge. And the main character, played by Betty Gabriel, walks along, and I crafted that my job was to fortify her for what was to come. And so I did that in my own way, and it was a lot of fun.
Let's talk about your new project coming up. There's so much to talk about here. It's one of
Yeah.
the good ones. It's taken from a four-book series. How did that come about? How did that land on your desk?
Facebook is my new best friend because I got a Facebook message on November 10th of 2022 from Vincent Scarcella, who was the deputy chief counsel of the Lawyers Discipline Office in Buffalo for 18 years. And what Vinny did was he investigated bad lawyers. As a lawyer himself, he was entrusted to do that work and wrote a screenplay about it, saw me on Law and Order, sent me a Facebook message, said, "Will you read my script?" Read it, raised 18K on GoFundMe, shot a trailer on April 8th, 2023, and I just got back from shooting the feature on Thursday night.
Wow. And how much did you raise? Because you raised about 57,000 for it, I believe.
I for the feature, it ended up being $75,000. Yeah, we made our days, man. I mean, everybody ate well, the costumes, the locations, everyone was paid. We had a terrific time. And there are so many people in Buffalo and Niagara that I really will always remember. And in fact, I think I'm going back to Buffalo because I just got a call from the Buffalo Film Office. They want me to go back and produce a bunch of vertical films. There's a company out of China making films that you can watch on your iPhone, and they're shooting like several of them in Buffalo now. So yeah, it's been a whirlwind of a year. I mean, I can't believe it's only March. Really, it's nuts.
Did you produce in the movie, or were you just acting in this one? Because you've
I
done producing
produced,
before.
I did everything on the fundraising side.
Yeah.
And then I played the lead, and I had a terrific team, which I could have not have done it without, but I was calling the shots and playing the lead. So this was the ship that I was gifted to captain, and I have to say, it came into harbor pretty safely.
Was it hard to distinguish? I mean, did you say action for yourself, or like how did that work?
No, well, that was the director's Julie O'Hora. As the executive producer, I have the authority to chime in really anytime I want, which was pretty cool. And there were like maybe two occasions where I thought something needed to be adjusted from a performance level and chimed in. We had Rob Ray, who's a Hall of Fame Buffalo Sabre NHL player and now the announcer of the Buffalo Sabres. And Rob was on the set. I had written a portion of the film, and Bill Kennedy, who plays Paranoid Perry, was asking him, "Hey, Razor, when do you fight? Like I saw you fight in the NHL, but when do you get into a fist fight in real life? Like what's the line of demarcation?" And and I won't tell you what Razor said because I didn't write that portion. I just wanted Rob Ray to improvise it, but it's going to get some big laughs for sure.
I can't wait. When's it coming out?
So we'll have a finished product by August 1st and have a premiere in Buffalo. And we have two distributors very interested. One's already written us a letter of intent for worldwide distribution. My goal is to have a theatrical release because obviously it's made for the big screen, and I'm sure you're going to see that too.
Man, I can't wait. Now, I did some internet searching on Tom Paulino, and I have some fast fire questions that the internet
You're
wants to know about you, Tom.
Oh, okay, buddy, I'm ready.
Who's your favorite actor?
Are we talking male or female?
Doesn't matter.
Well, someone just asked me this question, and I'll tell you, the male was Al Pacino because what I love about Al is that, he is still doing theater and is, of course, has a body of work that has something to say about exposing corruption, and that's my jam too. And the female I mentioned was Ruth Gordon, who, if you ever saw Ruth Gordon in Rosemary's Baby or Harold and Maude, the great Ruth Gordon, yeah.
What was your first acting role?
Well, like I said, the first acting role was in the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus commercial when I was 6 years old.
Yoga in the morning or in the afternoon?
Definitely in the morning, but anytime really. In the morning, I would say is the best because then it sets the tone for the rest of the day.
What's your favorite movie?
Ordinary People. The great Robert Redford film is the
Classic.
one that popped in my head.
What's your go-to comfort food?
My go-to comfort food is bread.
Nice. Any particular style of bread?
Well, I just got some ciabatta. I went to Trader Joe's.
Are we gonna have some oil and some balsamic with that?
Yes, a little.
Instead of salt?
Yes. I had some. I toasted it up, put a little peanut butter on it, but oil and balsamic is always a good move.
You're allowed dinner with anyone, past or present. Doesn't matter who. Who's going to be sat at your table?
Oh boy, that's a good one. Oh man, wow. I've never been asked that question before. I would say Jesus Christ would be the one that I would want.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he can bring the food as well, I guess. So,
He can bring some fishes and
Yeah.
loaves.
You wouldn't have to buy any wine. It's all taken care of. So,
Yeah.
best hobby outside of acting?
Well, I love going camping. I love going camping. I love nature. Yeah.
Love it. What's the best yoga pose?
Oh, the best yoga pose is probably child's pose.
How do you do a child's pose?
So your knees are as wide as your mat, your big
Yeah.
toes are touching under your behind, and your palms are pressing into the mat, fingers spread, and you create this wonderful length in your spine as you lean back toward your heels.
I'm going to give that a go. Straight after this, I'm going straight into
That's a
child's.
good one, Dave.
What's the best advice you've ever received?
Probably from my old coach, Tom Eccleston was my favorite hockey coach. And I remember one day I was playing at Brown University's rink in Providence, and we were playing the Brown JV team as a prep school. I went to a prep school that had an excellent hockey program, and Coach Eck came up to me because he knew I wanted to go to Brown, and he said, "Just play your own game." That's what he said.
Love it. That's
game.
good advice.
Yeah.
And what's the role you always wanted to play?
Well, I love the play Death of a Salesman and Arthur Miller, but I also would love to play Judge Brack in the Henrik Ibsen play Hedda Gabler. Those are the ones that pop into my head when I think about doing theater, which I always will be doing.
I
Yeah.
love it. Tom, they are the internet's burning questions that people have been dying to ask you. They are now
Well,
known,
okay.
answered. It's
Thank
been an absolute pleasure talking to
Yeah,
you.
that was fun.
I wish you all the best with the upcoming movie, and I
Same to
can't
you.
wait. Tom's details can be found right here. If you want to have a look at what he's been doing, what's upcoming, everything can be found here and in the comments section below. We'll be back right after these messages.